of what happened January 6th that this corrupt, utterly corrupt Biden Democratic Party run government will not release? It's exactly what Soviets and Nazis would do. It's exactly what any totalitarian state would do, is hide evidence. Because the truth is the enemy of all totalitarians. The New Testament is right. Truth will set you free. But they're not interested in having us set free. They're interested in unlimited power to squash their opposition. Why won't they release the video of that day? Why won't they release the name of the officer who completely, improperly, unethically killed a woman entering through a window unarmed? Did any, I don't know, this is an open question, did any of the quote-unquote insurrectionists physically attack anybody in the Capitol? They keep saying 5 officers died, but none of them died at the hands of the rioters, or whatever you wish to call them. This is a scandal that they won't release the video. It's a scandal. Okay, my friends. Oh, yes, I mentioned to you last week, right? I talked about Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School, the $47,000 a year school that shows kids porn. Yeah, that's correct. And the parents are still sending their kids there. It's hard for me. I don't know if I could even read to you, and this is from the New York Post. I mean, this is not, I'm not reading to you from a raunchy place. Juniors at the $47,000 a year Manhattan school showed up for a health and sexuality workshop. Most thought it was just going to be about condoms or birth control, a student told the New York Post. Instead, it was something called pornography literacy, an intersectional focus on mainstream porn. See, that's important. Because after all, they're learning so much math, and they're learning so much science, and they're learning so much history, and so much music and art. So there's time left over for an intersectional focus on mainstream porn. And by the way, the only focus one should have on porn is intersectional. It's a very important point. Taught by Justine Infante. How come it's women disproportionately involved in robbing kids of innocence? I always thought, it's always surprised me. I always thought of women as particularly sensitive to children's innocence. But women who go left, like, they sort of suppress female nature. She's the director of health and wellness at another elite prep school, Dalton. The often explicit slide presentation and lecture by Fante to the 120 boys and girls included lessons on how porn takes care of 3 big male vulnerabilities. Have any idea what that means? Statistics on the orgasm gap, showing straight women have far fewer orgasms with their partners than gay men or women. There's another reason to feel that you're a victim. The orgasm gap, the wage gap, orgasm gap. Yeah. And photos of partially nude women, some in bondage, to analyze what is porn and what is art. After all, you are spending $47,000 a year at the school. And that's what you get. Oh, there's more from the New York Post on this. Another parent of a middle schooler at the pre-K 12th grade school, it's outrageous, said it is outrageous that the school is introducing pornography into a mainstream classroom and starting to indoctrinate kids. The goal of this is to disrupt families. That's exactly right. The nuclear family is the enemy of the left. Let's Spokesman for Dalton, that's another high-end, expensive prep school in New York, where parents have told the Post that Fonte teaches classes to first and second graders that include discussions of sexuality, possibly about masturbation, defended Fonte's work. The spokesman at Dalton did. First and second graders, my friends. But the parents, I no longer, in this case, I have no sympathy for the parents. That you continue to send your child there, I mean, it's now your fault. You're collaborating in the deprival of your child of a birthright that is for children to have innocence. I regard childhood as a sort of Garden of Eden. Not that there are no problems, but that you're allowed to be innocent. What's the first thing that Adam and Eve knew when they had eaten from the tree of knowledge? They knew they were naked. When I was 5, I was at a summer camp, which is amazing when you think about it. My parents sent me away for 8 weeks, which was fine with me, actually. But anyway, I was boys and girls in the same bunk. I didn't know the girls were naked. It had no, at 5 years of age, it means nothing. So why are we corrupting that? You have a lifetime not to be innocent. This is all part of an orthodoxy that has taken over schools across the country, a spokesman for the Foundation Against Intolerance and Racism told the Post. Millions of kids are being experimented on with a new curriculum that racializes and sexualizes young children. And parents send their kids there. We'll be back.
The Dennis Prager Show.